Hi, hi, hi. Hello. This is Michael Ayiko Smith, and it's Point Blank series. Of course, we're looking at the PDD unfortunate trial. This trial, like I told you, from day one is a hoax. It's a no trial, so far reaching accusations. Let me put that way, far reaching accusations. The deputy defense attorney yesterday was irritated because she knows what's gone down. Marc Aginifilo. Marc Aginifilo. This lawyer is a fantastic lawyer. He is such a top draw. And you know what? I'm not surprised he is rated A plus in New York because we have some dumb lawyers in New York, I tell you. Those of us in Africa, we have great and sharp lawyers from this continent, from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Namibia, name them, Rwanda, Egypt. We have some great lawyers. Asia, the South Americas, the islands, they also have some great lawyers. Somebody mentioned the other time to me that, look, the American justice system is sickening. That's the word he used. And I'm beginning to look at this whole trial from the genesis to until yesterday the defense team did their thing. After the defense team destroyed the prosecution and made some of the juries laugh, that tells you the mindset of a New York jury. And I've said it, these are New Yorkers. These are ordinary people from different walks of life. These are people who have lived a New York life and know that this is not sex trafficking, this is not kidnapping, this is not arson, and that is not racketeering, and therefore the RICO is a HICO. A HICO-RICO. I have seen lawyers, I've seen reporters, I've seen YouTubers using this trial to make money. They know the facts. Aside the women, most women who, see Cassie and Jane, Doe in themselves, because that's the kind of life they live. That's the kind of life they're living. Counting men from one man to the other, baby mamas, and being disappointed by men. Some of them have been battered and being abused by men. And so they are emotionally driven and they just want incarceration. And these are not facts. Emotions, being aggrieved, being angry with Diddy, and not liking him or don't like him that much does not matter here. This is the court of law, and that is what Marc Aginifilo said yesterday. He told the jury, he said, look, my client is guilty of assault, and this is not the right forum. This is not appropriate place. This is a federal court. That charge, that offense, that has even expired anyway. That was 2016 or 2017. Between 2016 and 2017, it's expired. It's long gone. That is a state trial. And at the same time, this supposed victim, being Cassie, has taken $30 million. She has been compensated. So she is a fraud. She is a fraud. And I said it. When a man marries a woman like this, I'm talking about the current husband. I'm sorry, man. I could be wrong. But most men who marries women like Cassie don't really love them. They don't. It could be marriage of convenience. It could be something that it is just what it is. Because no man will trust such a woman. So I will not be surprised if this guy is in some, transactional thing with Cassie. Let's go after Diddy. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm saying it. This is just possibilities. We're thinking aloud. And because most women are, especially the younger ones, I'm not talking about middle-aged women. Forgive me. We have decent women in America, very decent black women who are earning decent income, working working their socks off. Those who have genuine and appropriate jobs, working 9 to 5, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Respect to you, those women. But you are just few. They are the ones who are looking beyond reasonable doubt. The rest are young women who behave like Cassie. They wake up in the morning, they don't even know where to go. They just take their phones and start making phone calls to people like Diddy and the rest. These are the women who are just there. These are the women who are just ready to bite Diddy. But I'm sorry to bust your bubble. This is not about emotions. This is not about personal issues. You see yourselves in Cassie and Jane Doe and the others, Mia and the rest. You see yourselves in them. You see a mirror staring at you. So you want to chastise and bury a man when you don't even have the facts. I watch these YouTubers, they want to make money. You see them, when you guys are getting caught, and then Marc was trying to play to the gallery and making how can you do that? When they say that, the YouTubers, you see them telling the viewers, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, you gave me just $100. Oh, you just gave me $100. Woo, I love you. What's his name? Mark Riverson, where it's coming from? They are making money. And unfortunately, we have a society in the US that don't want to study anything at all. We have a population in the USA that don't understand so many things, so many issues, legal issues, nil. So that girl is not making sense. That woman is not making sense. He's just saying things and just doing things. Even what the lawyer, Marc Aginifilo, did yesterday, most of these journalists don't understand. Half of them don't get it. He has killed the case. He told HC, the prosecution is forcing its way, hence the 4 hours, 5 hours of talking and bringing anything. They bring in the Cassie tape and the unfortunate incident. I have condemned that. I said it openly. I said, are you crazy to be kicking a woman on the floor? What's wrong with you, Diddy? But he apologized for that. And that is gone. I said yesterday, the case was done. For juries to laugh, let me tell you something that most people do not affect their minds to. A top-class criminal lawyer in the person of Marc Aginifilo will make a joke when his client's life is at stake, will make mockery of a prosecution when his client is facing 30 years jail term, will tease and make fun, make jokes in a serious criminal trial. No way, not that lawyer. That says a lot. That speaks volumes. A criminal lawyer of such pedigree will come into a courtroom, and this is a final closing remarks where lawyers make their money, where top lawyers, top draw lawyers, and their living, will come into that court and make mockery of such an accusation. I don't think this is very common. I tell you that the United States justice system, most lawyers are not brilliant. Let me be fair, because I don't want to use some words that are harsh. My previous video, I used words like dump and all that, and people said, look, Michael, you were too harsh. I agree, I concede. So let me say, they are not well abreast with the law. They are not grounded in law. They are lawyers, qualified lawyers. So I sat down in the comfort of my bedroom, and I was pondering over something. And I said, if I look at the whole justice system with these lawyers who seems to not know anything, that I am not a lawyer, I am so satisfied. I knew from day one, this case will not travel past reasonable doubt, beyond it, and this case is dead on arrival. I am not a trained lawyer, but I'm a broadcast journalist with so much experience. I've been into the courtroom, I have read books, I have seen crime stories, and I like legal stuff. I watch legal movies, legal series. I follow all through and through. I like to read transcripts from the courtroom, and I love I study cases. My wife will ask me, why don't you want to pursue law? Why don't you want to go? And I said, no, I don't want to be a lawyer. I just want to educate myself. And I have common sense to reason with. So I can reason with my sense, like my brains are working, functioning. So in the comfort of my bedroom, I asked myself, if these lawyers accepting a few people like Marc Aginifilo and his people. I don't know so many lawyers in America, but I've read about this man. The story broke. Ever since the story broke, I read about Marc Aginifilo, and I have seen him. He doesn't lose cases. I think before he came into the courtroom, he was going through the summary and was going through all the points, before he came to face the jury and came to court. I think he was laughing. He was laughing with his colleagues. They have been laughing about this whole thing. The prosecution looks funny. Why would you embarrass yourself so much? Why are you trying to kill a fly with a sledgehammer? Why are you doing this? So in the comfort of my room, I say again, this is the third time I'm saying this, and I'm going to come to it. It's very crucial. I told myself, if this is how lawyers in America are so uninformed, those who come and sit and say Diddy is done, he will be jailed, he has the defense, what the defense did is so risky for not calling. So I told myself, that is why we have too many young black men in jail. Because such people, when you call them as when you engage them, hire them as your defense attorney, these people, when you engage them to defend you in any case at all, they will crucify you. They have no idea. The threshold to become a lawyer in Africa, I think, is so high there. It's so difficult. And I've been told most of these lawyers, how they got their law degree, it leaves much to be desired. It leaves much to be desired. I am dumbfounded. I am appalled, to say the least. This is no case. This is absolutely no case. So today it's going to be very brief. I will not go beyond 30 minutes because it is done. I've said it in my previous video, you can see. I don't know Diddy. I'm all the way in Africa. I don't know him. I may not meet him because I'm not doing this because I want something from him. This is a very big star with a lot of people around him. I am just trying to do it for the ordinary African black man. So I ask myself again, also in the comfort of my room, since this case is all about bedroom stuff, I think my room is an example. Yes. This case, can you imagine if the accused is not that exposed like Diddy is not that big celebrity like Diddy is, he's not a known person, so much so that we are all interested in this case, so we have to go there and listen in and report back to the public so we can see the facts and all that. Can you imagine an unknown black man, an ordinary black man who's been accused of such thing with these fierce lies, this kind of, so I'm asking myself, what kind of prosecutors are these in the United States? These prosecutors are so mean. That's why the conclusion I have in my mind is that the incarceration of black men in America is so high because of such persecution. But yet these women who only wants to go out and do their own freak-offs, they go out after men, they have different boyfriends. I'm talking about these women in America who want to see the back of Diddy. They see themselves in Cassie and Jane Doe and Mia and the other ladies, so that those emotions attached to Diddy should be jailed, Diddy go to jail. It's all about their personal issues. This is what they live by. This is what they go, this is what they do every day and night. So this is a solidarity thing. So let's do it for Cassie. Let's go out there. Most of them don't even understand the issues at hand. They have not followed the court cases. I read comments that not on my podcast. I'm talking about other podcasts. And when I watch it and I'm laughing, I said, what is this presenter talking about? But yet I see, wonderful job. Oh, you're doing a wonderful job. Oh, this is the only channel I listen to. No. If you listen to one channel, you are misled. If you want to be wise, you do multiple channels and you can compare and contrast. That's how we study. This is the society, American society. The illiterates are many, especially in the black community. They don't want to educate themselves. I've said it, I don't want to belabor it. I've said it over and over again that you need to up your game, educate yourselves. Do something for yourselves, for your children's children. But something that I said, and I mean it, that the youth, the new generation will do better. the new African American, those who are 18, 20 years, by the time the next 15 years, we'll see a shift. Somebody alleging. That is not how to win a case. Otherwise, we will all be guilty. All one will do is to come to the courtroom and say, you did this, you did that, you went here, I saw you pull a gun, you did. And that's what they've been doing to your boys, your sons, your brothers. Your brothers are in jail because somebody said something. And they didn't have lawyers like Marc Aginifilo to come in there and make rubbish and nonsense of the prosecution. So your brothers are in jail, your sisters are in jail. The law doesn't work because somebody says so. You have to prove it. The only thing that is on tape was the assault case. That is all. The rest are all not proven. What prosecution is trying to tell Americans, and you are not averting your minds to it, they are telling you they are coming into your bedrooms. If Diddy is incarcerated, and I know the jury is not going to find that, once those Jews who laughed, count them out. They are not going to. Look, this is not going to be, we're not able to reach a verdict state. No, it is going to be, how many are there? 12 or 11? I don't know. One was, I don't know whether they replaced that. So 12 jury. It is going to be 12 nil against the prosecution. I said it. 12 nil. There is no evidence of prostitution because they have receipts, the mails that came in there, and these are people, they are individuals. So I am from Manhattan and I traveled to Georgia to engage in X activity with somebody, and the person comes to me, and people do that. This is private something. And therefore, because they are hotel receipts, because we were there, and this is not proven. It's not something that you can incarcerate people and call them, people engaging in prostitution, and therefore it's an enterprise. The prosecution does not understand the word enterprise in its entirety and how it works. So now they come in their closing remarks say that you need to only do one thing, just one. One what? One what? Exactly what? This Cassie thing was never reported. All these incidents were never reported in any police station. The whole thing is going after a black man, successful man. What else do you want us to do? We hate playing the race card. I hate it because I have some great white friends who are nice people. So why should I play the race card? You are forcing us to play the race card because the whole case does not make sense. Marc Aginifilo, I dug my heart for you. You are an excellent lawyer, and if I wanted to become a lawyer, I will train under you. I salute you, sir. You are wonderful. My friend who lives in the US was in court, and he describes the things to me, and what he describes, it says he sat there, goosebump all over him. He was just, mesmerized. A wonderful display of an attorney, a great display. You destroy the evidence, you destroy the whole case, and Diddy is going home. Thank you. My name is Michael Aiko Smith. Love you. Have a great weekend.